I'm going to wholeheartedly agree with you that that's the weirdest looking chicken coop any human being has built. And the question is, why would a reasonably intelligent, quasi-sane human being build a chicken coop like that? Especially when he's capable of building a chicken coop that looks more like this. Well, there's a story behind that. But first I want to show you these reflectors, especially while the sun's out. Do you see that they're casting beams of light on the side of the chicken coop? There's one here and there's one across over on that shepherd's hook. Why do we have these reflectors, these wind chimey kind of reflectors in our chicken yard? Well, it's because they confuse the hawks. The hawks are looking down into the chicken yard, and these beams of light are disorienting their ability to be able to zone in and aim at the chickens. I thought it might be a hoax. I thought it was some myth. But I watched a hawk one day dive in on a group of about 12, 13 hens. They were all packed together, and he missed every one of them. Four times he came back. He just kept missing. I was running over here trying to save the chickens from the hawk, but I didn't need to save them because stupid little reflector things was saving them. These things have just enough motion, just enough wiggle, just enough going on in the beams of light that they throw off that the hawks just can't get a good bead on what they're trying to aim at. We haven't lost a chicken since we started putting these out. Amazing little things. If it's a coincidence, it's an incredible coincidence. But back to the chicken coop. Why would a guy who can build this build the other thing that you saw? Well, let me show you. Because it gives my wife a place to put her chicken paraphernalia. Yep. This is all this clutter out of the way, out of sight. You got to have a shelf rail because the chickens are going to get in here. They're going to scratch around. They think this is a great place to lay an egg, or they think somebody might have misplaced a piece of corn, a pellet, something that they're going to eat. They're going to hit the lucky, they're going to hit the jackpot in here. Every day they're scrounging around in here looking for something to eat. But this started off as a 4 by 8 and 4 foot tall little box with a flat roof. That's also a dumb design. But there's a story. My wife had done all her research on where she wanted to buy chickens. You know, the right grower, the right all that chicken stuff. And she said one day, we're going to be in that area. Let's just go visit the place where we're going to buy the chickens. We're not going to buy chickens. No, because we're not ready for chickens. No. We're just going to visit. 3 hours later, we're home with 40 chickens. They're relatively small, but I got to get them out of my kitchen. So I built this box. It's got a couple of multi-level roosts in it. It was working for the time being. And then they grew, and we built the chicken shed, the coop that you see behind us here, so that we could house all of the chickens that she was purchasing. But in the meantime, I have to do something with this coop. I don't want to waste it. So I put this roof on it. What is that, a 1 1/8 pitch? Shingled it. And on the other side, gave her a place where she could keep all of her chicken paraphernalia out of sight. But she's still using this. Actually, the chickens really like it. She'll take a black copper Marin rooster and some Americana hens, save all the eggs, let them hatch out, and now she's got olive eggers. Or she might do it the opposite way with an Americana rooster and black copper Marin hens. But she gets all the variety and colors of eggs that she's looking for. We still use it today. Reflector. But let me show you. She gets a pretty good variety of colors of eggs. The girls are packing these eggs up and sticking them in the corners. Hens are still laying. But That's the story behind why this coop came into existence and why you see it in the background, but note what you don't see. You don't see all the chicken clutter. You don't see the mess. It's out of sight. Yep, we were subject to chicken math. We were victims of chicken math. Anybody that's had chickens knows chicken math. If you're on this channel, you know chicken math. Don't act like you haven't been part of chicken math. Don't act like you haven't been subject to chicken math. It happens to everybody. It's a sickness. It's a weakness. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Amen? Amen indeed.